everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Surprise Sunday. We've got Matthew here with us again. I don't know, this might be a bit of a trend. I wasn't planning on doing a video on this Sunday, but here we are. I'm excited for this one. This is going to be a good one. First, I just want to say, before we get into what we're actually doing on this video, I am a huge fan of the exhibition that comes through, and I haven't been in a few years. And my favorite thing with the exhibition is by far going to be the food.
Right.
It's so good. And I haven't been there this year, and there was a few things that I was craving from the exhibition or the carnival that I didn't get.
Yeah, I'm from Calgary. We call it the Stampede here in Saskatoon. Basically, you're traveling through the summer carnival rides. They call it the exhibition here.
And I was scrolling through Facebook, and I came across a local business that I hadn't heard of before, but I was a little intrigued. It's called Mama's Signature Spudnuts.
Ooh.
And that's what we have.
All right.
I'm very excited to try these. So if you're unfamiliar with what a spud nut is, it is kind of like a donut, but the big difference is it's made with potatoes. I believe mashed potatoes, but I'm not sure. I've never actually made them.
No idea.
But that's where the spud comes from, is it's potato-based, I guess.
That makes sense.
And then it's covered with like a glaze, like a donut. They're so good. I really like them. And I was very excited to see that there was this local business. She was doing a kind of back-to-school special where you could order Spudnuts. I decided to give it a try. So I ordered half a dozen. But you could also order a dozen. I think she also has different flavors. Like I ordered the original, which is just like a vanilla glaze. I think she also offers a chocolate glaze.
Yeah.
And maybe something else. I don't want to say something that she has that she doesn't. But I went with the original glaze. I'm very excited to try them. She's also doing a little fun photo contest here. So if you guys are local or close by and you want to support Mama's Signature Spudnuts, you can do so and also enter a photo contest for a chance to win some free Spudnuts. How awesome is that?
Yeah, if you check the description of the video, we'll have...
Yeah, we'll have all of her contact information in there. Like I said, she's local to Saskatoon. Now, with that said, I did go to her home to purchase these. I ordered them ahead of time. She let me know when I could go and pick them up. She gave me her address, the whole thing. But I have seen that she now has partnered up with a few local businesses here in Saskatoon where you can actually buy frozen Spudnuts.
Does that work?
I think so. When I went to pick these up, by the way, very professional. It was great. She showed me she has like vacuum sealed bags.
Okay.
That have the Spudnut in there, unglazed. It's just the Spudnuts. And she says you heat them up in the oven or the air fryer, and there's a packet of glaze in there as well that I assume you would also heat up, and then you glaze your own Spudnut. So you could have one whenever you wanted. You just keep them in the freezer and then heat it up, and you're good to go.
I think we're on to something.
Well, I was
air fryer, I think.
Air
I think that's
fryer.
another video. We'll
Yeah.
have to do that.
So that was interesting. But I do know there are a few places here in Saskatoon that you can also get them. I believe Market Box was one of them. I'm not sure where else. But she also does a lot of trade shows and things like that as well. She always posts them on her pages. So make sure if you like Spudnuts, you check her out and you follow her and let her. She'll let you know exactly where she's going to be and when you can order these fantastic Spudnuts.
I'm surprised. I've always perceived a Spudnut as like an only at the exhibition thing. Like you can only get a cranberry cream-ade.
Apparently not. You can get them here now.
Okay.
So that's exciting. I'm hoping these are really good.
That would help. Yes.
I will say before we dive into our little review on these Spudnuts, I was so desperate for Spudnuts that there was another bakery. I'm not going to name the bakery because they have amazing products. I've bought from them before, and they had advertised Spudnuts, and I was very excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, here's my Spudnuts. I'm going to get them. And I ordered the Spudnuts, and they came, and they did not look like a Spudnut. They looked like a donut, like an actual, donut you would get from Tim Hortons. And they only had the glaze on the top, very much like a donut you would get from Tim Hortons. And they did not taste like a Spudnut at all. A Spudnut has a very unique flavor from the potato. It's really good, but it just was not what I was looking for. So when I came across Mama's, I was like, let's try it. So like I said, I ordered half a dozen. I have not tried them yet, but you will notice when I open this box, there's only 5 in here. I gave one to my daughter after school. So she had one. There's still 5 in here for us to try.
I'm not sure if I try to believe that.
Yeah, she says it was good, but she's 8. So we're going to give it a fair review.
All right.
Also, I did pay for these. These were not given to us in exchange for any type of glowing review. I'm going to be honest with you about how these are, like I always am.
Yes.
But I'm very excited. And if you're curious, it was $24 for half a dozen is what I paid.
Now, is that the price, or it might have been we don't know if that's the price.
I'm not sure if that's the regular price or a special price, but that's what I paid, was $24 for half a dozen.
But I actually kind of like that. I mean, you've been doing this for 900 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not. I find a lot of YouTube channels eventually just become, sponsored in part by blah blah blah.
Yeah,
this
no,
is not.
this
There's
is
no
not
sponsor.
sponsored.
This is us spending our money, honest opinions. No compensation for this either way.
Also, I really like the presentation. She has a nice box here. She has her label here. She has a really nice, I'm not going to show you because it's got my number and stuff on here and that kind of thing, but a really nice invoice printed with a logo, the whole thing. And interesting, on this side of the box, there's a little sticker that says who made it, the date it was made, all of their contact information, and the ingredients list. If you are curious, the ingredients is flour, milk, water, potato, yeast, sugar, butter, spice blends, and may contain traces of nuts. So very professional, very put together.
Yeah, if I didn't know, like if you hadn't mentioned any of that, and because I came in, this was already on the counter, I just assumed it was from a store.
Yeah. So let's see what the Spudnuts look like.
All right. Well, they're huge.
That's what a Spudnut is supposed to look like.
Okay.
Now, normally I like to eat these fresh and hot. These are not hot. They are fresh. They were made today, but they're not hot because they've been sitting here since I picked them up, waiting to do this video. But I think they're still going to be okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
were they hot at pickup?
I don't know because I didn't open the box.
Oh, right. Okay,
so
fair enough.
I don't know.
But same day. These are today's.
These were made today. So
Okay.
do you want to just split one or do you want a full one?
I don't want to get it between you and like.
You guys, check out this.
I think we can split one of those.
Look at this.
That's monster.
Do you see the glaze? Look at the shiny glaze on here. Like.
That's twice the size of a donut. And
This is what a Spudnut is supposed to look
glazed,
like.
It's good and glazed. It's not just a drizzle.
I am so excited. Okay.
Yeah.
So. There you go.
Alright,
That's a pretty
okay.
good half.
Yeah.
Got it? So. This is what it looks like on the inside. I mean, it looks like a donut.
Yeah.
You would not really know any difference if you didn't know the ingredients had potato in here.
Yeah.
So let's give her a go and see what we think.
Okay.
Okay.
Clink. Mm. You can actually hear the roller coaster in the background.
That's what I was gonna say.
You can all of a sudden I'm at the exhibition and I can hear the roller coaster and the guy over here like, hey, what about a bride?
It tastes exactly like I had got it from the fair.
That's exactly what you want.
This is it. Like when you take your bite initially, you get the taste of the oil, but not in a bad way.
Mm-mm.
It's a clean, fresh oil, but you know that just, oh, you know this has been deep fried and it's so good. That taste, I don't get like a bad coating in my mouth or anything. You do taste that unique flavor with the potato in there. And the glaze is so good. I love icing and glazes and like sauces and things. This is so good.
And because you only ever have these at the exhibition, your mind associates them with it. It's like when you bite into a piece of pumpkin pie and all of a sudden you're back at grandma's table. So like you would never encounter these other than the exhibition. So they've nailed it. Like it's not being silly.
No.
I legitimately was like, I remember where I was the last time I had a bite of something like this.
Well, and
Very good.
I'm sure if you Google it or go on Pinterest, there's probably a million Spudnut recipes.
Oh, yeah, but still.
But, you know, anytime you try to find a recipe, they're all a little different. They all taste just a little off and not quite what you remember. This, whatever recipe she's using, tastes exactly the same as one you would get from the fair.
Okay, I don't know how a Spudnut is made, if it's a machine or... I'm assuming she has a Spudnut machine.
It's all by hand.
Because this is right out of the exhibition.
This is so
This
good.
is bang on.
Wow. I'm really impressed.
I feel weird that I'm not, like, yeah, the flavor, it's not... Usually when you taste test something, you're like, oh, it tastes like this, it tastes like this. You don't usually say, I'm tasting an experience.
It's so good, you guys.
But it's excellent.
And I'm like, what time is it? Okay. I don't know what time she made these today.
I would say, how long you time yourself to eat all of them? Or?
I don't know what time she made these today. But they have been sitting on my counter for 4 hours since I picked them up. And I've just had them on my counter. I didn't put them in the fridge. I didn't put
fresh.
Very, very fresh. Like, these aren't stale. They still, like, can you see, like, look. They still spring back. They're so good.
That's solid. That's really good.
It's so good. I'm so happy and sad that I only got 6. Because these are so good. I'm happy I only got 6 because I would eat them nonstop. But I'm sad.
Well, you've only got 2 left, and I've got 2, right? So.
Well, no. Our daughter has 1. There were 6. We each get 2.
Okay. All right.
We each get 2. But that means I only have 1 and this much left. Good thing I know where I can get more. And I'm pretty sure I will be getting more. Because this is amazing.
Well, what I'm really curious about now is the frozen one. Because if you can crisp them in an air fryer and
to
then do the drizzle
difference.
And like, because these are fresh. These will probably be fine for another 2 to 3 days on the counter before they start getting. So for this box, it's delicious. But I do feel like, oh, now we got to eat all these. It would be nice to be able to just have one in the freezer.
I'll eat them.
And
all
just,
of them.
I want one now. Pull it up, 5 minutes. Like, I don't know. That's. I'm curious about that. But these are fantastic.
They're so good. Like, think of the possibilities.
And they hold together well too. Like they don't.
They're great.
They're good.
Like, I'm thinking, Christmas time, get a box of Spudnuts. Birthdays,
oh boy, here we go.
Anniversaries. Think about, you could probably order these if you have a company meeting or conference.
Oh, this, yeah.
How good would it be?
Yeah.
To have Spudnuts instead of your typical box of Tim Horton donuts that everyone sees everywhere in the whole thing.
You got a dozen assorted. No one eats the sour cream.
Spudnuts, you guys. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Give them a try. They are so good. And like Matthew said, we will have everything in the description box for Mama's Signature Spudnuts. So you can find them yourself. You can try them. You can try all the different flavors. The whole thing. The fresh ones, the frozen ones. Try them all. Make your own decision on it. But I gotta say, I am impressed with Mama's Spudnuts. I will be back. Guaranteed. We'll be back. And these, I know one of these belongs to our daughter for tomorrow, but I don't know if it's going to survive. They're so good, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go get yourself some Spudnuts from Mama's, I'm telling you.
Oh, pardon me.
I
went
have,
too fast.
I have never.
When's the last time we were doing a taste test? And while you were talking, I ate all of mine.
That's true. You usually don't eat all of it.
That was...
I have never led you guys astray when it comes to food specifically.
Yeah.
So go and get some Spudnuts. You will not be disappointed. As always, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.